Hi guys. So it's a little while later, and it's now at Huggingface, and still sort of odd to use, but now we can actually delete splats. So you could take one of these. Sadly, it's not layer specific, so I can't just go and delete a layer. But you can do you can load a backdrop. So as you see here, and but now so you can actually basically I could take so you take a brush size and I could start deleting the tractor here. And you can see this very specific kind of like typical splat-like behavior where things are kind of like oddly in the image. But as always, you have to really press on the bind to really to get to the initial thing. And the initial thing is still this. And you can on Hugging Face, I guess you could prompt so you could do like airplane playing this still, but it's gonna take a while because the system is pretty slow still. But if you had a fast GPU, I guess it could work much faster. This, of course, is begging for much more options here. Like, what would be really great, like you can kind of like if you have you generate if you had a high quality person, whatever, and you move them around, and perhaps you could have other sorts of things there, like that they would kind of like know the body where the body is and so forth, and you could stamp like the image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you move a thing a little bit, and then it would. I think that's all just coding question, and I mean like of course I should have probably figured out if somebody has done this before. Of course, I mean like I said, the splats, the 3D splats actually they have been and their editing has been a thing for now what 3 years. So I imagine somebody has been thinking about this. Perhaps there is websites where this is being done too. And I realized that the thing about the background here is that it is some of the splats just left these kind of interference patterns, I guess. But yeah, so the new version is at Slapstack 9 and here at Huggingface. So you guys can test it right now. But I guess it could lead to things. Could lead to stable AI video, I wonder. I don't know. But I mean, like, of course, if it was a stable AI video, then these things would have to live. They would have to have kind of a life to them. But as we proved earlier with the, let's see, we had Slapstack 8. We proved that we can have over 7. We proved that we can have a live video feed with this. So here, if you use, no, actually 6. Let's see. And let's just kill the server at the background there. But what you guys just saw actually wasn't at the server. It was at Hugging Face, so you guys can test it. But so this was the kind of the initial slapstack thing that somehow came out of nowhere. But as you guys see here, the system can work live. Now imagine, guys, if we had AI element to this, where we had AI generate things live and stuff, and kind of a consensus of what is what and so forth. That could be actually pretty cool. Here you can take off the clips like that, and these were the kind of actually kind of mirroring the brain V1 that is kind of a coarse area to IT, defined brain and so forth. But so here you can see that same idea that's at Huggingface. It works live, and this is at github.io slapstack. So you can play with this too if you want. But anyway, I hope you love it.